Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, love the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. If you want to subscribe to our options trading live channel, link is below in our description. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment, learned a lesson. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. It's been a minute since I did a after hour stream. Been trying to, as you can see here, everything's kind of messed up. I'm trying to get the studio up and running here, changing everything. We're changing everything. So my office is a mess, studio's a mess, everything is a mess, and apparently my trading is a mess because today I was down a pretty decent amount. I was down, they got me today. They got me down 600 today, and it was really, looking at my P&L here, it was really a realignment day for me. And one of the lessons that I took away from today was, we've been talking about this resistance at SPY. We've been talking about it here around the 297, 296 area. And I knew that there was a possibility that they could gap up above resistance over the long weekend. And last week, I didn't trade Wednesday and I didn't trade Thursday, so my mind hasn't been in the game. And what did I do? I went in and I shorted a little bit heavier, knowing that they could gap up above resistance. And look what they did. They gapped up above resistance on reopening the economy hopes, vaccines, you name it, even like NVAX. It was up quite a bit, but it faded all day. mRNA was down 16% today, so it was crazy. GILD as well. GILD closed down. Not as bad as the other ones, but GILD did close down quite a bit. But going back to SPY, I shorted last week because I thought we were going to maybe return down to 290, knowing that there was a possibility. So I probably shouldn't have gone in as thick. I definitely thought I was going to be down more, honestly, and at one point I think I was, but I was coming back around like an apple. I was coming back around. What did I have on that? I had a lot of time. I don't know why I closed it out. I think because we gapped up above resistance and I closed the trades out at 24 days on them. I just didn't want to go max loss, and I went in a little bit heavier than I usually do. So what's better for me sometimes is to realign my portfolio, take the trades off, realign, and go in, And I wasn't expecting it. NASDAQ actually went red today. This was just kind of a weird day. I probably should have just sat back, relaxed, didn't do anything, and kind of come back tomorrow. That's what my plan was. And of course, the longer you sit here, you start getting some ideas. It's like, well, what if they keep ripping this up? This dip here, like on Apple, dipped down at 316, and then they ramped it up to 320, and then dropped it at market close. Just crazy. I think tomorrow is gonna be really interesting to see where we open up tomorrow, especially like on SPY. It closed below 300. S&P's closed below 3,000. I thought for sure we're gonna try to make a run to like 307 area, 308, but didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Just like if you're looking at SPY today, this is the 15-minute chart. It just got tired around 301.50, and it just jammed down. At market close, they jammed it down like the last 30 minutes of the day. This is the 15-minute chart. Last 30 minutes of the day, they just rammed it on down. Now, I do have a couple trades like not DocuSign, DKNG. DKNG, came roaring back. It was down, and it came roaring back, and I'm only down $19 on it now. I have the 35 call. on DKNG for. And I gotta fix my screens because this is not good. The angles that I'm at here. I have a 35 call for June 19th. So I got 24 days on that bad boy. So we'll see. My thoughts on they're gonna start bringing back some sports once the NBA kicks back up. Hopefully that this has some positive momentum on DraftKings. I also got myself in a little trouble today. Boeing. I meant to have like a day trade on Boeing, and what I was looking at, I probably should have just held. What I had, I lost. I didn't lose too much, but I lost $68 on Boeing. I was holding the 145 puts, and what kind of faked me out here. So I was just chilling. I mean, this was relatively flat. It's probably gonna gap down tomorrow, right? But who knows? But I think it closed it out for like a 4 or 5% loss. There came a point today where I was just like done. I'm like, I'm closing this stuff out. I'm walking away. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything else. Whatever the market's going to do, we'll see. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll react tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And I took the $68 loss and just kind of went away, And thankfully I did, because this tried to push up to 146. Would have taken a bigger loss. So definitely don't mind walking away. But what I was looking here at Boeing was that it didn't break the 147 and 148 area today. It did pre-market hit 147, but just pretty much dropped all day, and then was kind of coiling up. So we'll see. Right now it's okay to wait and see what happens. You don't have to be in the stock at all times. I mean, for me, I think I made some mistakes today. I'm owning up to those mistakes, and I'm moving forward. Just because you lose $600 a day or $1,000, even if you lose $5,000 in a day, it doesn't mean that you're a bad trader. It just means you didn't hit it that day. You weren't positioned correctly. You made some mistakes, and as humans, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes, right? So DocuSign, I'm in DocuSign as well. I'm holding the 130 calls. These were down a little bit at the close here. These were down about 12%. DocuSign. I wanted these to be a day trade, but it turned out that they weren't. Making me bag hold here. All the Corona safe stocks were down a little bit, like Zoom, DocuSign, I think Peloton as well. Peloton got hammered here, but DocuSign, ramped up into the close. Sorry. And I bought it when it was breaking down around 129, and then it just coasted down to 126. And they have earnings next week, so I'm trying to play the earnings run up. Same with Zoom. I got in Zoom as well. I'm currently holding for next week expiration. I am in the 167.50. So I'm in the 167.50s. These are also down about 10%. So not terrible going into market close. I mean, this did drop a little bit more than what I was expecting at close here, but I just kind of sat tight because I said, hey, I cost myself enough money. If I would have waited, I mean, I wouldn't have lost as much money. The problem was I closed Apple when it was ramping back up. I closed Facebook when it was ramping up, because what I didn't want today was a huge reversal. I didn't want, even Facebook. When it came back down, I wasn't down that much, and then it was ramping back up. I mean, it closed it out for a $140 loss. It's not going to kill me. These losses aren't going to kill me. We're losing, like I said, I don't risk more than 1 day's worth of profits. So we risk one day's worth of profits. We can make $600 a day. We can make $1,000 a day if the market allows us to, right? So, I just didn't want to turn a $600 loss into a $1,500 loss, into a $2,000 loss, into a $3,000 loss, and you can kind of see how that gets. So at a point today, I was just kind of done with it. I'm like, okay, we're gonna minimize the damage here. We're gonna take in whatever cash we can take in, cut losses, and we're gonna redeploy when there's some better setups. And that's really what I was looking for. Unfortunately, this had a wicked leg down on Facebook, and then it was bouncing back up. I'm like, oh man, this doesn't look good. This could definitely rip back up the 240s. I mean, we're already on the 1 year chart. We're already way up here, but that didn't happen, right? So some days you just don't hit it right. If I held on to my short positions, probably would have minimized the damage. Earlier this morning when it was coming down, I was definitely only down like $200. Closed the day down like $600. Could have been worse as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna take it a step at a time. What I am looking for this week is I'm looking at Costco earnings possibly. Also on deck is that the Senate's looking to pass another stimulus bill, which will have a positive impact on the market. However, they don't expect to pass the one the Democrats just moved to the House. So they're looking to also have liability protections for businesses in the bill, and suggest he could support limited relief for state and local government. So just be aware that there's another stimulus bill in the works. The House passed the bill already. However, they didn't. It's going to the Senate. They didn't vote on it. I don't think they vote on it until June 1st, but they don't. It's not expected to pass. Also, I am also long VXX. VXX woke up. I didn't get rid of all my short positions just because I just kind of trimmed. VXX ramped up. However, the amount of premium they sucked out of these. I mean, this closed down about 1.5%. This closed up, but I mean they sucked out a bunch of premium out of VXX calls today. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it was a very interesting day. The price action was a little bit different. They sucked premium out. So are they expecting lower volatility moving forward for the rest of the week? We'll see what happens, but it's gonna be interesting. You know, tomorrow we'll get it. We'll come back strong. Take back what we learned from this. If you watch this video, then comment watch to the end. If you do me a favor, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.